borrow 10% more on your mortgage. We've got the secret of what you can do if you want to borrow 10% more. Stay tuned.
I'm the ringleader, so listen up.
I don't know how I feel
Evil.
about this. 40-year mortgage prison.
Oh, how much more does it add percentage? Was it how much? It was something like he had some crazy percentage. What was that? Pay 42% more interest. That's nuts.
Over the lifetime of the loan. So borrow 10% more per month.
Yes.
The difference between a 30 and a 40-year mortgage term is a saving of 8 to 10% per month, higher or lower in repayments. However,
That's pretty good.
over the lifetime of the mortgage, potentially pay 42% more, and you're locked in for another 10 years. That feels like this place behind me.
Yeah, but hang on a sec. That's the same thing as having a mortgage and then just getting another 30-year mortgage 10 years later, isn't it?
I know, but still, it's like, who's winning here? Is it the banks winning or is the buyer winning?
But everyone's pretty much doing that anyway when they refinance their mortgage after 10 years. Do they refinance it for 20-year mortgage? No, they go another 30. So it's sort of the same thing anyway. But where the difference is you're getting a 10% bigger, better, stronger, faster, more expensive property up front. That's big.
And then enjoy the capital growth on the full amount. And look, 10% can literally change the type of the property.
Oh
Like
yeah, look,
tenfold.
sometimes you're hamstrung. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes I think you just miss out on that property or that perfect property for that reason.
Yeah, and so I think this product could potentially catapult people into their forever home. And look, we see it all the time. How many examples could we give of a buyer that's got a 30-year mortgage and refinanced out of it and into something different within 10 years?
And are you going to take in 10 years a shorter mortgage or of 15 years or 20 years or, because you've had this? Well, I guess you don't, but the reality is it's people are going to be sticking to these longer loans. Yeah. They're not going to shorten them out.
So I want to just give you a quick bit of info.
Can I just get to the people that are shouting in the back? Can you have a quick chat to them?
Yeah, go.
Go have a word to them, Bill. Go have a word to them. Yeah, look at that. He's getting out of the jail, out of the mortgage jail. Look at that. So this is interesting because I think best practice is actually not going to happen. Best practice would be, okay, I'm going to reduce this back down to a short mortgage when I can. Probably not going to happen. The banks are probably going to win. You are paying more interest to them. I don't mind that. You're getting what you want. No?
Yeah, you're getting what you want. You're getting what you signed up for. But this seems to be a product that's just been rolled in from really September 25 this year. So there's only about 6 lenders that are doing this.
Who's doing them?
Pepper Money, RACQ Bank, Credit Union South Australia, GNC Mutual, Australian Mutual Bank. There's not that many. It's interesting.
Wow.
APRA is still forcing the banks to test borrowers at plus 3% serviceability buffer.
Fair enough.
That's not changed. But here's the difference. Like on an $800,000 home loan, a 6% principal and interest rate, there's a difference of just under $4,800 a month repayment on 30 years or $4,400 a month on 40 years. So it's about a $400 difference per month.
Yeah, wow.
Repayment. Yeah.
But you're borrowing more. You're borrowing 10% more anyway, so it sort of cancels itself out in a way.
Yeah.
So in a way, you're getting a 10% more mortgage for the same mortgage payments that what you'd have for what you're buying for 90%.
You got to pick your poison. Cash flow or repayments.
Yes.
And that's the way I think people are looking at it. But this is interesting. So this has been it seems to have come from the UK and the US. In the UK, this is interesting. Longer terms exploded as affordability tightened. By late 2023, 1 in 5 first home buyers took 35-year terms. By 2024, roughly half of new borrowers were taking longer than 30-year terms. So it's pushed out. And I like the way they frame that up. As affordability tightened, it increased. So there is a demand for that model there.
Wow. I think you can almost go to an interest-only model. It's pushing towards that where, people are just going to be paying interest to live in these properties and not reducing that loan.
Pretty much.
Crazy concept. That's like leasing. It's almost like leasing in a way, if you're never paying it off.
Yeah.
And the bank's holding the asset.
So
But
there you go. I mean, bringing it to where
it's good news, Billy. It's good news. I know people out there. It makes you feel awkward about the whole thing. I get it. But I still think it's good news. We can't just always like tense up. You got to celebrate sometimes. I reckon this is something to celebrate. I reckon.
Well, it's another option. I was talking to a buyer yesterday that was literally walking away from a property over $30,000, and you wouldn't believe it, but we were negotiating in the mid 2 millions. So people are stretching themselves. But even at that level, it could be the difference of 5-10% that just changes everything, and it would purely then be about cash flow. Even repayments at that level, 8% difference on cash flow it's a lot of money. A lot of money.
That's a lot of money, and I think it just goes to show that the people that are a little bit snappy, the people that are sort of ahead of the curve, they will do this. They will borrow this, then they'll 5 years time, they'll bring it down to a 25-year. Do you know what I mean? And then and along the way, they'll pay more than they have to, not the minimum. So I still think if you've got good disciplines, even though you're given the blue pill instead of the red pill, irrelevant to the pill, if you've got good disciplines, you're still going to be ahead, i.e. paying more than you have to down on the property, i.e. refinancing it back down to a 25-year or a 20-year or a 30-year when you can. Good disciplines are always going to help.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. I don't think I've got any other facts here. There you go. 40-year home loan product.
It's out there, guys. Yeah, and if you hustle, you will do better. Fact. So I know it was like, oh my God, it's so hard. Oh my God, I can't do it. Oh my God. But the hustler will always come out on top. So if you're that first home buyer and you're trying to do that upgrade, it's a genuinely wholesome move. You're not buying more Bitcoin or more stocks or whatever. You're actually buying a better home for your family. I think, if you're a hustler, you're always going to get ahead. So just keep hustling. Pay that mortgage off earlier. Get it refinanced as soon as you can. Hustle.
Yeah, I think cash flow is the biggest killer for property these days. Why people won't do property, won't do more property. It's all cash flow.
Always has been. No?
Interesting. Yeah.
Always has been. It just always has been. It's always been that ball and chain, but geez, it's been worth it for everyone that's done it. Seriously.
Great show.
There you go. Thanks, Billy Bob, the old man, the young man's body. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day. All right, bud. See ya. Thank you. Bye.